We're hearing from the troops on the front lines in the Ukraine. They are making tactical retreats from 3 villages in the east. Russian forces continue to attack along the entire front line, highlighting, many say, reasons why Kyiv is in desperate need for ammunition and weapons. Of course, many will come from the United States aid package and other allies, some of which has already arrived and been shipped before. Let's bring in our expert panel. Pleased to have former CIA analyst and former Trump National Security Counsel. He's with America First Policy Institute, Fred Fleitz, and also the former Undersecretary of Defense and former Secretary of Veterans Affairs, Robert Wilkie. Guys, a pleasure. Let's get right into this. When we hear that Russian forces are making Ukrainian forces retreat, some are very concerned. We know they would been slow walk some ammo. Is it at a point now with the delivery of the weapon systems, the ATACMS that we know were secretly delivered? I'll start with you, Secretary. Can Ukrainians continue to push back in time, or was some damage done?
Yeah, I think they could still inflict damage, but I'll go back to something Fred said a few months ago. And one of the reasons that the Ukrainian chief of staff resigned when he did, they committed the first sin in large-scale military operations. He who defends everywhere defends nowhere. And the fact that they're talking about crises because a village is lost means that they really are struggling to have any semblance of a tactical plan. That said, last night they inflicted incredible damage on Putin's war machine. They destroyed 2 massive supply trains that Putin has been using to bring things back and forth. But I'll say one other thing. The reason this is happening, it didn't happen under Donald Trump. The red light was there. Putin didn't cross it. It happened under Joe Biden because all he does is show weakness to the rest of the world, and the world is aflame because of it.
Of course, and the supply chain obviously will be vital in the coming weeks ahead. And the other thing, it didn't happen under Trump. But Fred, as an analyst for the CIA at one point in your career, Putin's not stupid. He knew there was dragging their feet in D.C., and he saw an opportunity. They've taken out TV towers and other critical infrastructure on, water and other plants, power plants.
No, that's exactly right. And there's 2 things going on here. First of all, the Russians are trying to take advantage of a situation where the Ukrainians have a slight disadvantage. They're trying to move quickly before Ukraine gets these new missiles and deals with the ammunition shortfall they have. But there's something else going on here. This ammunition, these weapons, they're not to help Ukraine win. They're to help Ukraine stay afloat for now. And, many Republicans voted against this Ukraine bill. I supported it. My colleague, General Keith Kellogg, supported it because we want to get Ukraine through 2024, hoping that if Donald Trump wins the election this November, he will put an end to the war when he comes to office.
If anyone can, he looks like he's the man. Fred Fleitz, Secretary Wilkie, a pleasure. Thank you both for your thoughtful analysis today. I'll see you back here soon, gentlemen.
Thank you, Beer.
Thank you.